Hello, how are you? I'm gonna go heading out and doing something, but I thought I would address my channel here. You know, people might have seen like this other video that I've done. You know, and some people are like celebrating. Yeah, that's good. You know, I mean, you don't have to worry. You know, about diabetes. You know, I mean, now that you're free and there's a test called an A1C, and I think my value was low or whatever, but it meant that I was no longer pre-diabetic. You know, and then of course my doctor reported 30-pound weight loss. You know, some of the problems that I was having when I was overweight for like 2 years, you know, was one, you know, I had to buy clothes, you know, and that always stinks. You know, when you have to place your wardrobe and you're like, oh man, instead of buying a pair of pants, I'm putting on a curtain or something, you know. I mean, because your pants look like they could cover a window or something, you know. I mean, it's pretty ridiculous. And you know, and some of the things that that had happened to me is that couple of years I was unable to sleep flat in a bed. I mean, one, because I couldn't get comfortable. You know, I had this big old mound of a gut, you know, weighing down my diaphragm, and I couldn't breathe or whatever. And you know, and that's always, and I had to sleep in a recliner, and I actually wore out the recliner. And I told my wife, I go, oh my God, I'm not going to be able to sleep. And so what had happened is we went and bought a new living room set, you know, with a sturdier recliner. And, you know, and that helped me sleep well. You know, it did. I mean, I got really good sleep, you know, and I'd wake up rested and felt like that I was exchanging air good. But it didn't really solve any problems. And the problem was that I wasn't taking care of Paul. You know, and I had to ask myself, I go, well, you know, because my situation's not that bad. You know, being overweight, being diagnosed with pre-diabetic, it's not that bad. And it's like you have to ask yourself, do you want to either be a little bit sick or a little bit healthy? And, you know, you got to take your pick. Which one is it, you know? And I always like to be healthy. You know, I don't go overboard on the health thing, you know, but I don't want to, I don't want to be like 80 years old, you know, and because I didn't take care of a problem, I want to make it to 80. But because I didn't take care of a problem in my late 40s, you know, I won't, you know, I'll die young or whatever, you know. And I you know, that's, you know, if I could prevent my death by exercising just 20 minutes a day, sometimes a little more. I don't even exercise every day. But the exercise I do is intense, you know, and I started off designing an exercise program, you know, because you got to function, and in these exercise programs that starts you off with like 500, 600 reps of different exercises, you know, it wipes you out where you can't function. You know, I was a student at the time, you know, I just graduated from college, and so, you know, I couldn't be tired and go to school, but I still had to exercise enough where it was beneficial. So, you know, I started off, I think, doing about 100, 150 reps. So I designed an exercise program that started off doing 100 reps or 150 reps, I can't remember. And, you know, so it wouldn't wipe me out, you know, because that's what happens when you go and exercise, you know. You don't, I'm one to never think about what I'm doing, and, and I'm just sharing that experience with you. Think about what you're doing and think about a sensible program, think about starting off. So let's say, okay, well, I don't have any equipment. All right. So I'm gonna do the 3 exercises I know. I'm gonna do 50 push-ups, 50 sit-ups, and 50 jumping jacks. Okay? And that's what I'm going to do. Okay? And I'm going to do those every other day, and then on the other days, I'm going to, maybe get on the edge of a chair and do dips, and I'll do 50 dips. And I'll, maybe get a jug of milk or something and raise it up over my head, and do 25 times per arm. Or just like a gallon of water, and and I might, I might try to get up, just lay flat on the floor and try to get up 50 times. Okay, getting up off the floor, that's a good exercise. Just lay flat on your back, turn over to the side, and just pop yourself up, then lay back down and do that 50 times. You're gonna be wiped out. Okay, now. So once you get that down, that 150 reps down, all right, well, if it's taking you 20 minutes, okay, to do that, well, do it until you can get it done in maybe 10 or 15 minutes, okay? A sensible program geared towards your level of health, okay? So, and there's other calisthenics you can do. The web is full of them. You can go to anywhere, YouTube, and just look up different calisthenics and pick some that you can do, right? And and I like I said in the previous video, I've always been one to do that. I always tried to stay fit. So before I met my wife, I lived in an apartment, and I had a bench, just a regular bench that, that had the flexible back that you could level up, stand up straight. And I had a set of dumbbells. And so that's what I started doing. And I think I had a barbell. Okay. And so I started, I did have a barbell. You've seen it in some of my videos. It's old. The thing's like 20 something years old, if not older. And so I put a little bit of weight on that, and I'd start doing reps. But I did mix in body weight exercise. Body weight exercise are the best for you, okay? Like I said, if you lay down flat on your back, roll over and get up 50 times, you're going to be wiped out, okay? So that's what I'm, talking to you about. So, and so once you get that 150 reps or so, that doesn't have to be like 50 push-ups, 50 sit-ups, and 50 jumping jacks. You could pick 6 at calisthenics and do 25 of each. That's what I would suggest, 6. Okay, and get to that where you can do like 6 exercises, 150, and it's not when it starts not to be a challenge for you, you up the reps to maybe 200 or 250. But my rule of thumb is that if I go heavy on the weight now, so my exercise routine, unless it's like a Tabata or HIIT exercise where it's timed, but still I still usually get like 300 reps, even with those. But my rule of thumb is a set of exercises that'll get you between 250 and 400 reps. That should be your goal. Okay, that's my goal. Okay, I hate when I go and get invited to go work out and I end up doing 700-800 reps in an hour. Okay, that's not too much for some, but that is for me. Okay, I can do it, but the problem is I got to function the rest of the time. Okay, so and when you're doing that 100 and starting out doing that 100 and 150 reps, you might want to start walking your dog or something at the park, okay? And walk fast. Okay, real simple. Okay, because if you're anything like me, I'm pushing 50. You need this stuff, and it's hard to grow. I hit my late 40s, and man, I was just surprised at how what kind of decline I took. I damn near broke my leg off, man, just doing absolutely nothing. It was stupid, man. What happened? I slipped out of the door of my truck. I went and stood up in the door jamb of my truck, and I slipped and I fell off. And it took me out of commission for like 8 or 9 months where I couldn't do nothing. Okay, and it was horrible. And I started. I didn't feel like doing anything because I couldn't really walk. I got to a point where I'd walk without the cane, but I didn't do any kind of activity because it still hurt. I bet you it hurt for close to 2 years. And so it was just some stupid accident. Well, you know why? Because I wasn't fit and I got overweight. Okay? And that's going to happen when you get in your late 40s. And, the falls you take may not be hard, but they're going to be harder on you. And I'm just sharing my experience with you. This is my vlog. My YouTube page, so, and I'm not trying to preach, I'm trying to reach, there's a saying, in order for you to keep it, you got to give it away, and that's what I'm trying to do. So, work out that rep thing, start out, pick 6 exercises, do 25 each or 4 exercises and do 40 each or whatever, and then go out and do a brisk walk. And when I like the jump rope too. Get a jump rope. That's a good tool. It keeps you bouncing up. And something else, one of the other problems that I had with this weight problem is I developed plantar fasciitis, and it even hurt my feet to exercise them. To massage them. But when I get a foot massage, it was like agony. It was like pins and needles. And that's another reason why, there's a couple of reasons why I reached out to kettlebell, because traditional weights, doing light exercises was getting hard on my joints. Another thing I heard is like the kettlebell swing, when you start going up and a little bit of weight, you start rocking back and forth when you do those swings, it exercises your feet, and my plantar fasciitis disappeared. So, when I walk, it doesn't hurt. And also, it's supposed to help men and then women with their, with problems associated. And that was something that I read online that I asked a doctor about. He goes, well, I'll have to research it, about urinary problems and all that. I just read it, and when I picked the kettlebell, there were several reasons why I picked it. Okay, and and I'm not slim. Okay, I'm still not slim. I'm 225 pounds, but I'm 30 pounds lighter than what I was back last August. I was surprised. All right, well, y'all have a good day. Please like and subscribe. I'm gonna go take my nephews to the movies.